Alright guys, in this episode of DockSide TV, we're going to stay with the Matrix float. But before we switch over to the Matrix float, we're going to start the morning off with the Matrix mullet. It's a very nice overcast day, slick calm. A lot of gnats on this episode with the slick calm conditions and being the springtime. Thank goodness Sam was wearing this Matrix shirt right here. That way you can, we saw that it's a good thing with this shirt is you can zip it all the way up and really help exclude some of the gnats. I had a sweater on, so my hood helped also. But we were struggling with the Matrix Shad a little bit as the Topwater was doing really well. And a thing that we like to do a lot of times when we get a swipe and a miss on the Topwater, you throw the cork behind it and 9 out of 10 times you'll catch a fish. And the lure that was working was our TKO and a shrimp Creole color underneath our Matrix float. So the float makes a shrimp popping noise, the fish were seeing the shrimp, and those with the Topwater, we covered a lot of water and caught some of the nicer fish, and those three combinations help us put a nice catch together. Watch it on this episode right here on DockSide TV, and these products will be in this month's Matrix bait box, so make sure you subscribe to that. Alright guys, what we're doing today is I'm throwing the blue steel Matrix mullet, and you want to just cast it out as far as you possibly can. This is a great search bait to see where the fish are at. You want to fish this early in the morning or in very cloudy conditions like we have right now. And I really like to fish this when I'm covering a lot of ground, and that's what we've been doing today. We've been putting the trolling motor down and just really just going zigzagging close to the shore, way off the shore. Some of these fish we've caught up to 500 yards off the shore today. And what you want to do is have a popping cork with either a Matrix or TKO and the shrimp Creole that we offer. That's what Sam's been using. And anytime I'd get a blow up or catch a fish on the Topwater, Sam would follow it up with that TKO and catch one just about every time I'd have a strike on the Topwater. So it's just really good. I like the Topwater when it's slick calm like this and I'm covering a lot of water, because I can make a lot of casts really far and comb an area probably about as fast as any lure that we have, just because I can cover so much distance. And then you follow it up with that cork, and we've done a good job of making a nice box today, considering it's been a pretty tough day. A lot of our friends on the water we've talked to have struggled, but we've done a good job working as a team and putting some fish in the box. Let's see if we can put a few more in the boat. Nice one right here. Had to pull the little, listen that drag up. See what we got working right here. I'll tell you why this fish is so big, because we got this one on a Topwater. Oh, I got him on a foul hook. Look at that. That's big for right now. Topwater fishing, they hook themselves in the sides all the time. But these Matrix mullets have super sharp hooks. You definitely want to be careful. So a lot of times when they miss it in their mouth, you still get him on the side. Had a perfect Topwater morning, some light rain showers in the area, a lot of overcasts. We're throwing this for most of the morning, getting eaten up by gnats, catching some nice trout. I thought he was bigger than that. Boy, he did it. That matrix mullet doing damage today. Got them super sharp black nickel hooks on there, and we're catching some fine trout like this right here. The reason I got my hood on is because the gnats are unbelievable. But gnats equal trout, top water weather. So when they're biting, they don't bother you so bad. All right, let's talk about the setups that we have here to target these fish. So on the matrix mullet pole, I have 14-pound matrix line, which is just a mono. I like to use a longer rod, like a 7-footer, that way you can really cast it far. You know, distance is key, like I talked about earlier. Covering water is important. Now, on Sam's pole, which most of the time you're gonna get your bigger fish on the top water and more fish under a cork. The matrix shad works good under a cork, but today the TKO and the shrimp creole color has been more effective for us. We're using our matrix floats. This is the oval, and we usually use it about 22, anywhere from 18 to 24 inches of a leader right here. And this is a 1/4 ounce TKO shrimp. This is a very effective way to fish. So this is just a little mono or fluoro leader is what you want. But on your actual casting, you want to use braid. No doubt braid when you're throwing corks, as you can really get a lot of distance with a very, just a flick of the wrist. And another thing is braid doesn't stretch. So you usually have a lot of line out when you're fishing a cork. And that way when it goes under, it's very easy to, you know, oh, look at that. Couldn't have got luckier on that one. Just like that though. So it's very easy to set the hook since there's no stretch on it. Now this isn't a keeper, but a little redfish, but it shows exactly what I was trying to explain. Is the minute I saw that cork go under, I set the hook. There's no stretch. You can really drive that hook into the fish's mouth due to that. If you got monofilament, there's a lot of stretch in the line, so when the cork goes under and you go to bow up on it, a lot of times you're just not getting a lot of, you know, a good resistance in the hook set. All right, what we're dealing with this year is a lot of dirty water from the Pearl River, and it really seems like it's just kind of got trapped in like Pontchartrain, which is normally where we like to target this time of year. But you know, every year is different. Got to move around sometimes. With the closer the mists go, when we get these rainy years and high rivers, it's really hard to find clean water sometimes. But we're finding some decent water and some shallower lakes. And I always like to pop a cork or have something that makes a lot of racket when you're fishing stained water. You know, this water's far from crystal clear. It's got about 14 inches of visibility, but that's good enough to catch these guys right here. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. Catching nice speckled trout in the flats, using some shallow water techniques. Hope you learned something on fishing with your partner, on one guy throwing a top water, the other following up with a cork. Very effective way. Make sure to check out all of our top water episodes of DockSide TV. Also, all of the ones we use with popping corks, and to keep up with just some shallow water techniques that are going to get you through some good activity on speckled trout during the springtime of the year. Hopefully the big trout get on the bridges where we can catch them jigging here soon, but in the meantime, we'll be doing this. All of these products we use today will be in your subscription to your Matrix Bait Box, and make sure to subscribe to your Matrix Bait Box. Also subscribe to DockSide TV to check out all our DockSide TV episodes. Until next time, good fishing.